Madden 23 Zero Chill Present predictions. I'm gonna say variation one, probably gonna have a second updated video probably next Saturday before we get Christmas, as I update my thoughts and my opinions on each gift. We're gonna be going through all of the gifts, starting from the lowest training to the highest training, or the unknown training, you'd say, with the player presents. Not gonna be going through the 3 ones that are in the store behind a paywall. Yeah, let's hop right into it. First up, we've got the small present. Now, we're going to get some baseline, just things out of the way when it comes to how I predict the value of each present. We're going to take a look a lot at training. Training is going to tell us what overalls, 1, are in the present, and 2, the actual value, how EA values each present. If you actually go back and take a look at our prediction video last year now, while the predictions weren't too good on the smalls and mediums, you can see the actual value, like the coin value of each present when it came to snow value, kind of lined up in terms of the actual what was in the presents overall wise. So yeah, we're going to base a lot off of training. We're also going to look at a lot of the overalls and what they quick sell for, 85 to 95, to give you a better understanding of what each present is going to be. All right, so now getting into the small present, you can see training is going to be 810 coin value wise, and I'm going to value everything at 6 per 4.8k. Overall wise, I would say it's anywhere, right, elite and up, so 80 to 95. That's what that means in terms of this screen. Pretty basic, safe prediction when it comes to the small present. Only being 810 training, 80 plus any player. That's pretty much been what the small present has become the past few years when it comes to Zero Chill. I would say potentially maybe 81 or 82 plus. As the training value being 810, if you do pull an 80 overall, right, that's like 281 would be 300. So you would lose value on the present, but I'm going to play it safe and say 80 overall plus for the small present. Next up, we've got the most rare present, I would say, in the game, the AKA present, not in the random reroll. Pretty self-explanatory when it comes to these gifts. They're not going to hide the clues. They're going to say AKA present. Our job really is just to find out which overall it is going to be, because this is sort of a, is this present worth it? I would say with any present, we are trying to get the most value back in terms of training, meaning if a present quick sells for 1,000 training, if you want to keep it, we're trying to get at least 1,000 back from that overall or that card we get from the present, right? If we're looking at a present that goes for 1,000 and you're getting a lot of players that might be 200 training or 500 training, you know, maybe that's the present you want to quick sell and re-roll. AKA wise, again, I'm going to play it pretty safe. It's only a 10 or 1,030, so 6k coin value. 82 plus, it has to be. That is the lowest overall AKA player. 82 plus AKA player is my prediction. Everybody's favorite present is up next. I think easily the most common present when it comes to the random reroll, and we do have a little bit to discuss about when it comes to the harvest present. Similar training value being 1070. Coin value again 6.4k. For the harvest overalls, you have 80 overalls, 84s, 88s, 90s, and 93s. Now you're going to see on the screen, I have it actually being an 84 plus, and there's real 2 options this present is going to be. It's either going to be an 80 plus or an 84 plus. In my opinion, the reason it is not an 80 plus is the actual reroll in the game that we got was it was valued at 625 training. So if it were an 80 plus harvest player, in my opinion, I think it would be closer to like the 700, 800 range, whereas 1070 is above an 84 overall, does quick sell in the low 900, so technically still pulling an 84 overall would be losing value on the present. It's not like, right, and then 800 would be 200 training. So if it was an 80 plus, the only actual W pull you could get out of this present would be an 88 plus. Now I will say, this is really 50-50. It could be 80 plus, 84 plus. If it is 80 plus, it will be without a doubt the worst present in terms of value, because I'm guessing you're going to get 80 overalls 50% of the time. That way you're getting 200 training out of a 1,000 training present. You probably would have, you know, in hindsight, wanted to quick sell this present. However, if it is an 84 plus harvest, which I do think it is, it actually becomes one of the best return rate training, considering an 84 overall going for the low 900s in training. You're only going to lose about 100 to 150 training when you pull an 84, and eventually when you do hit that 88 and that 90, you're going to technically get more training value back when it comes to the present. So 84 plus harvest, surprisingly, actually has a really good return rate when it comes to training and a really good value present. Moving on to the mediums, first up with the medium present. Again, gonna play it pretty safe. Last year, the medium present was around the same value. It was going for more like 23, 24K, and it was an 85 plus last year. By the way, if you are in the comments already probably typing up saying, hey, it's just going to be a 0 chill player, right? The small one's going to be an 82 plus 0 chill. This one's going to be 85 plus 0 chill. My counter to that, I think if it was a 0 chill player, one, we didn't have any 0 chill or ghost presents last year. Two, I think it would say 0 chill medium present, just like any other promo present there is in the game. So I am just going pretty safe for the 85 plus. An 85 and an 86 would technically be, and I'll flash for the first time, the training sort of spreadsheet up on the screen. An 85 and an 86 would be a training loss, but anything above 87 at 3100 training would be profit and added or gained, you could say, training value from this present. Pretty good present. Probably most presents when it comes to past 0 chills aren't necessarily like reroll. So an 85 plus, you're not going to get an 85 90% of the time, and an 86 plus 10% of the time. It's going to be a lot of the range of outcomes is a lot more sporadic. You'll get 85s, 88s, 89s, 86 rather than just being predominantly the lowest overall. Next up, we've actually got these next two presents are two of my favorite presents when it comes to just value wise, right? You got the legend present, 2900 training, so a 17k coin value. And I'm going to stick to that 85 plus theme, and an 85 plus legend, just in my opinion, I think is it's just going to return a lot of higher overall legend pieces. And with a lot of people buying back their actual team, and they're going to be buying a lot of 94, 95, 93 overall legends, I think a lot of the 85 through like 88 overall or even 90 overall pieces when it comes to the legends are actually going to have maybe added value and go for above training. You'd also use them a lot in sets. There's just a lot of, you can do a lot with the lower overall legend pieces. I just love the variety, and I love the upside of this gift. We're going to be getting still 95 overall legends for the next 2 Saturdays until Christmas. Starting this, of course, this Saturday with like Marvin Harrison doesn't really count, but DeMarcus Ware, Tony Gonzalez. Legend gifts in general, legend presents, I would even say legend eggs or ultimate legend eggs in past have been very good. I really, really like this present. Same vibes when it comes to the Team of the Week present. I'm not going to beat around the bush, right? 2910 training, basically identical to the legend gift. I'm going to go with an 85 plus Team of the Week. It could be, right, they could lowball us, go for like the 81 pluses, but I just think 85 plus makes a little bit more sense. And the present, you could say the Team of the Week present is shaped like a medium present. It's not like a small present like the Harvest. And again, you can pull up to a 95 overall. And I think even you guys would say, when you're opening, let's say, Pro Star Fantasy packs or packs in general, when you see that legend animation, when you see that Team of the Week animation, you kind of get a little bit, your hopes get up a little bit. You get a lot more of the higher overalls rather than when you see a Most Feared animation or a Harvest animation. I'm like, okay, it's going to be an 84, it's going to be an 87. Whenever I see the 0 chill animation, I'm like, okay, it's going to be an 85. When I see that Team of the Week or legend animation, you never really know. You can go 81 overall, even up to 92 overall in some of the base rounds of some lower tier packs. Moving on up to the big boys, and this is the actual present to me that is going to set the baseline in terms of value and why I think every single present is going to be close to their training discard when it comes to the lowest overall card you could pull. It's the Blitz present, because the Blitz present really can't be anything else rather than an 89 plus overall Redux Blitz players. All the Redux players just got Redux. You can say the 88 overall Belton does count, so maybe it's an 88 overall plus, but I don't think that card really does count. So again, you can pull 89s, 90s, 91s, 92s, 93s, and 94 overall Redux Blitz players. Again, the training value for this gift is 7120, and I'm going to throw the training spreadsheet up for the second time. An 89 overall, quick sells in the mid 6,000s, which is really, really, really good. Right, that means even if you pull an 89 overall, you are barely going to be losing training value on this present. And anytime you pull a 90 overall, that is 10,000 plus. So overall, I actually love the Blitz present. It's going to return great value, and hopefully we're able to pull those 93 overalls and 94 overalls, you know, at a decent rate, right? 1 every 20, 1 every 25, 1 every 50. Honestly, wouldn't be that bad. But again, this is the present that I think explains how they're valuing presents this year. And you can see the training value of this present is barely over the lowest overall you could actually pull in this gift. Next up, we've got the large present, actually going for a little bit more training, but you're gonna see the overall is a little bit lower. But the reason for that is the ceiling of this present does include 95 overalls. The large present, and this goes to, I've had a ton of actual, I would say, arguments in Twitch chats about this present. A lot of people just think this is going to be a 90 plus, and I'll say right off the rip, there will never be a present that is guaranteed to get more training than the actual present quick sells for. So the present quick sells for 7,650. If it is a 90 plus overall, that would quick sell at minimum for 10,000 training and essentially be a loophole. You can go open the large present or just buy large presents for 9,000 training right now. That would be a loophole. That would be a guaranteed 1,000 training profit every single time you open up that large present. I would just say pack. It's not even a reroll. So I am going with the 88 plus any player. I could go 89 like the Blitz one, and you know what, that might make a little bit more sense considering, you know, the Blitz ones are 70, 100, and 89 overall quick sells in the mid 600s or high 600s, so you wouldn't be losing that much. But I'm going more of the 88 overall because I think there's going to be a lot more variation in this present. Last year, the large present was 90 plus, but it was valued more at around 70,000 coins. It was a very, very good present. Even though it is very common, it is still a very good present because the ceiling and the sort of variation amongst the large present, you could pull any player from any promo as long as they're 88 plus rated, or 90 plus rated from last year. This year, I'm going with an 88 plus for right now. I might change my mind to 89, but again, I'm sticking with the 88 because you can pull those 95 overall players, making the ceiling a little bit higher than the Blitz present. Getting into some of the large, rarer, I would say rarer present. First up, we've got the lively large present, and I'm actually going to go towards the theme of the actual present because it does matter a little bit. If we go back to last year, and the theme always has something to do with the present. Last year, you had the lively, the lavish, and the lovely large presents. And last year, there was like a green theme, there was a yellow theme, and I think it was a turquoise theme. Now, last year, the green theme, of course, was Team of the Week. The yellow theme was Redux, and the turquoise theme was I want to say it was a Gridiron Guardian / Redux card. It was a really weird present. The lively large this year, quick sells for 10,000 training about there. So 62k value, unknown. We don't really know the overalls guaranteed to be in this present. But you know, 10,000 training is around that 90 plus overall for the gift. And I've gone for a little bit of the Team Affinity theme, kind of with, you know, the diamonds, the purple for the Team Affinity team builders. That's really where I'm heading. This really could be anywhere. This is like my least confident. The next three gifts are the three least confident I am with the predictions. Right now, I'm going with the 88 or 92 overall Team Affinity card. Maybe you can pull the 94 overalls. I don't really know. The 88s and the 92s are in TVP, so they technically, you could say they are pullable. I could go down and say an 84 plus, but I think that would be a little bit too low of an overall for the training value, it being 10,000. This wouldn't be a bad gift. This overall, though, wouldn't be a super fun gift to open. I feel like you just pull 88 overalls over and over and over again, like 1 every 10. You would pull a 92 overall, but who knows? I could be completely wrong again. These are the gifts that I really don't have a clue on. I'm just kind of going with the Team Affinity theme. 88 or 92 overall Team Affinity player. Next up, we've got the lovely large present, and well, there really can't be a theme for this. I looked up and down between the programs trying to find something that had to do with purple, pink, hearts. There really is nothing. So I'm going with more of the Redux theme. Training wise, 14,000 training, around 84k. I'm going with the Redux theme because it seems, and it was a little weird, we didn't get any Redux offers for Blitz, but there usually is some sort of Redux present, and it might be the lively large for all we know. But I'm going with the lovely large is that Redux gift. I went with 90 plus because 14,000 is even significantly above the 10,000 quick sell that a 90 overall is. A 91 overall quick selling for 15,000 training would be a little bit profit wise. Could go with just 89 overall Reduxes. That could make a lot of sense. Just not, I would say, non-Blitz Reduxes. So 89 plus would make some sense, but I'm going to stick with the 90 overall plus because the training is a little bit higher than I'd say. If it was 10,000, I'd go more like 88 or 89 plus Redux, but it being 14,000 training, I'm going to stick with my 90 overall plus Redux player. Looks to be, if it is, a pretty fun gift. And the final normal gift, you would say the non-player present, or well, you could say these are all player presents, but the lavish large present, and this one I am relatively confident about because the All Madden promo is the one big promo where we don't really have a gift where I was kind of shocked there wasn't, you know, an 82 plus or an 84 plus All Madden gift that was kind of labeled as All Madden. You got the black, you got the yellow, you have the colors that the All Madden promo does kind of put out, you'd even say like the sparkles kind of give up, you know, a little bit of some all Madden vibes. Now, the direction I'm going, remember, this is an 18,000. This is a very expensive gift. It coin value wise and training, it is a 109k. So that is very, very expensive. That would almost be in between a 91 and a 92 overall. I am going with the full all Madden player route. Now, that might be a little bit confusing, but that is not 90 overalls, not 88 overalls, but 89 overalls, 93s, and 94s. The actual training, just like you would say, medium of these three overalls is somewhere around 18k, right? 89 overalls are getting back down to that 6.6, 6.8k, so that is significantly cheaper, but 93 overalls go all the way up to 33k, and 94 overalls are at 50,000 training. So there would be, right, you probably pull, you know, 89, 89, 89, like, you know, and then you pull a 93 plus, probably one every 5, one every 6 to even out that training ratio. You could even say the middle between 89 overall training and 93 overall training being 6.8 and 33, you know, it's around 18k training. So the average, right, if you go 189, 193, but you also got to add in those 94 overalls. That's my prediction. I actually am fairly confident about that. This could, though, just be an 88 overall all Madden. I think at that, it would be a little bit of a dud. Some people are thinking, you know, oh, it's a, you know, it could be 90 plus. 90 plus makes a little bit more sense. If you think this, though, is a 93 or 94 overall all Madden, I have a little bit to say when it comes to that. I just don't think it is, because a 93 does quick sell for 33k training. But that is your, what, Lavish large. Let's hop on to the player presents. First up, we've got the no Agg Zone, the extra large gift, the 1% when it comes to the odds that you do pull this in the random. There is no training quick sell. I'm going to actually flash up on the screen a tweet from EA NFL Direct. Basically, they are saying that these gifts are more valuable than any of the gifts you can quick sell for training. So at minimum, this gift probably goes for at least 25,000 training. Thus, and it being a one player present, you can confidently say it's at minimum a 92 overall plus. Most likely, what makes the most sense to me is a 93, 94, or a 95 overall. I'm actually going to limit that down. I think this is either a 93 out of position player or a 95 overall player. 94 doesn't make a lot of sense, right? We just got 95 overalls. Why would they release just cards that are one overall lower than 95? You know, a 93 out of position would make some sense, or a 95 overall player. Now, my predictions for this gift, this one is definitely confusing. You have the no Agg Zone. You kind of got the mountain that's black and white. I am going to base a lot of my predictions based off colors. You've got the green trees in the background, the red kind of outline at the bottom, as well as two people wearing orange, or I would say yellowish and green attire, I would say. The general community, the consensus pick is cornerback Ed Too Tall Jones. I've also heard cornerback Harold Carmichael, because there is green, right? Green, black, and white Eagles. No Agg Zone. He would be the tallest corner of all time, and might even taller than, you would say, Ed Too Tall Jones. But my prediction, as of right now, is cornerback Charles Woodson. I have a few reasons for that. One, you have the black and the white mountain. Charles Woodson did play for the Raiders. You also have, you know, the people that are wearing the green and the gold attire. You would say Packers colors. And the last little hint I'm going to say is the trees. Trees. Woodson. I know that's a little out there, but to me, the most odd thing when it comes to this gift is the mountain. The mountain being black and white. Some people are saying Nam the Asamoah. I don't think they're going to introduce any new legends as a player present. If EA is going to sign a player, they're going to debut him when it comes to packs. They're going to try to make some money. So I don't think it's a new player. Charles Woodson has a 91 overall card. He's due for an upgrade. That is my current prediction for the no Agg Zone player. In the final gift for today's video is going to be the XL Unfinished Business. You see the three names, or I'm going to talk a little bit. I know a lot of people think this is Tom Brady. The clues, by the way, about the Unfinished Business, you have the TPA Tampa Bay on the suitcase. You have 4 suitcases, and then you have the Unfinished Business in yellow script, suitcases being red. Now, a lot of people think this is Tom Brady. I just don't think it's Tom Brady at all. He just got a 94 overall card. Maybe a 93 overall out of position wide receiver. That would make the most sense, but a 95 overall, like, why would they release a 94 Tom Brady than a 95? That, to me, like, makes no sense. That's not even in my top 3. This really is my top 3. The first 3 being Jim Kelly. He lost Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. He has lost 4 Super Bowls. He kind of has the unfinished business, you could say. But that's probably the 3rd place in terms of my predictions. Second place, Rob Gronkowski, of course, has won. I want to say, yeah, he has won 4 Super Bowls. Unfinished business, right? He can come out of retirement. By the way, Tom Brady also has the unfinished business slogan when he came out of retirement. But again, Rob Gronkowski doesn't really fit to me. The colors red and yellow don't really make sense as well. Gronkowski, again, would be a headliner player for EA to make money on. I think they would put him right smack dab in the middle of a promo, make him a champion, try to sell packs. My prediction for this gift is Patrick Mahomes. You know, the 4 suitcases don't really align with it that much. Tampa Bay, right? Patrick Mahomes has ties to Tampa Bay. He lost his last Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. And the thing I always go off of when it comes to your Easter eggs and your presents from last year, it is the color. Red suitcases with a yellow script. It is Chiefs color. Patrick Mahomes does have unfinished business, man. I'm a Chiefs fan. He's got unfinished business. As well as I would say, right, he's way overdue for a card. He has a 90 overall team of the week a few weeks ago, but it's about damn time Patrick Mahomes has a 95 overall. You know, he's due for having one of the highest overall cards in the game. This is the one that makes the most sense to me. Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to say 95 overall, you know, goes to Madden Present, 0 chill player. Patrick Mahomes just makes a lot of sense to me. But that is going to be all for your present predictions. Again, variation 1, you guys down below, give me your predictions for each present, which ones you are the most confident on. In general, I think presents are a great value. I'm trying not to quick sell them at all, but I probably am going to end up quick selling. It's probably going to be the smalls or the harvest. Let's just be honest. I kind of like all the mediums, especially if they're 85 plus, and I just like the larges too much to quick sell them, so I'll probably just quick sell the smalls or some of them just to save some space. But again, this is variation 1. I will 100% probably have a second updated version of this video, but I will say a lot of these probably aren't going to change between now and then, so maybe I don't have a video. We'll wait and see, but comment if you have any questions, like if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.